Hi guys, this is Sidney. So in this video today, I wanted to share with you some guidance and tips on how you can move to your next step that is aligned with your soul blueprint. So basically, right now, what's happening energetically for people who are on the ascension path and what's happening in the collective is basically we are working to drop our karmic baggage, meaning in order to leave behind lower vibrations by going deep within so that we can process these emotions, meaning energy in motion, the energies that are lingering on that are tied to trauma. So basically fears, doubts, guilt, regret, sadness, and all these lower vibrations that are holding us back. And basically, holding back simply means we are holding on to certain belief systems and certain values that had been conditioned in our subconscious mind by the society, by the family, by specific experiences that you had when you forgot who you were, so that you saw yourself as a victim of circumstances. So we are in this place of moving from feeling like a victim to realizing that you were never a victim. And with that realization, what is happening is you're transitioning from one belief system to another belief system, you see? So we are working on the subconscious right now, and as we are dropping these karmic baggage by shedding light onto these aspects we thought that we were locked up with, that we had no power to change, now we realize that I always had the power to change. I always had the light and the love. So with that realization, you are raising your vibration basically. So instead of trying to shift, we can see it from a perspective of reshaping, I would say, our belief system. And that's been the energy that has been supporting us so far very intensely in August to wrap up certain things. And with that energy, a lot of people may have had this idea that they don't like where they are with their career, what they're doing, or they want to create some change in their jobs, or go for a different job, or look for different jobs in terms of work, but somehow you weren't really taking the action, or you weren't really sure, or you're still in that stage where you're not having clarity. And so that is really taking place a lot in the collective right now. And so I wanted to remind you that in the fifth dimensional earth, what's going to happen is a lot of souls who are going to be on that reality of earth, the fifth dimensional vibration, will have to now prepare themselves to not only let go of all these belief systems that were holding you back, basically, meaning keep you in lower vibrations. So with that transformation in your belief system through certain realization, through self-reflection and inner work simply means you go in and face all your emotions instead of running away from them, and acknowledge, embrace, and accept, whether it's fear, doubt, insecurities, all of them. And so with that comes enlightenment, meaning you realize in that moment that you are the light. That is enlightenment basically. And with that, you begin to realize and love all those experiences in gratitude, in grace, and that is love. And we call that compassion, we call that forgiveness. In that moment, what happens is you basically realize that you are love, meaning love has no attachment, love has no conditions, and love has no desires of the ego. And so with this breaking free from old conditioned mindset now you realize and get into your spirit self, and you start to integrate, align that spirit self that you started to realize with this reality. And basically with ascension journey, that's what we are doing right now, and the energy support is happening. And so a lot of people, and if you are resonating with this may be for you, basically, because everything comes in divine timing and with divine purpose. And so a lot of times when we are still holding on to old belief systems, that affects the way we behave, meaning our patterns. The mental patterns, the emotional patterns, the physical patterns, they're all interrelated. They affect each other because it's all connected. And so when you don't see clarity, it could lead to frustration very easily. But right now, the energy is supporting us to go in and pause, even though Mars is not in retrograde, astrologically speaking, on energetic terms right now, even though a lot of other planets are in retrogrades. There's a purpose behind that, like Saturn, like Uranus, like Pluto, all these planets that change with long term. They don't change quite often, and especially with Mercury retrograde, what happens is we are called to pause and go in. So basically what that indicates, or what that simply translates energetically, that is, it's not the time yet to take, to go on a go sign. And the clarity will come in divine timing. But when we don't have this relationship with the divine, what happens is we operate on an ego mindset. An ego mindset is basically conditioned belief systems that have been influenced by the outside forces of society, of culture, of family, of institutions, that we are all working to restructure and rebuild because they were held in fear, for control, for certain people. And so with this, right now what happens is you may view that if you're not having some sort of clarity or certainty right now, you see that as a negative, meaning it's not a good place to be in. And with that comes the feelings of frustrations. The emotions start to rise with the thought that you hold, because the mindset is about the direction setting. And so when you set a direction that is aligned to a certain emotion, an emotion is vibration, so you start to feel frustration with impatience. So when you are in that place, I want you to remind yourself that it simply is a message and telling you that you are not in balance right now. And when we are not in balance, what do we need to do simply? Simply, we need to get into balance, because when we are in balance, we don't feel impatient. We don't get frustrated. See, when we look at it from a larger perspective, the reason why we feel frustrated is because we are experiencing lack in this moment right now, meaning relating to what we are talking about right now today, specifically with, transition of jobs, moving careers, and finding your soul blueprint at large, is that I need to be at a certain place right now. So what does that indicate? This indicates that where you are right now is not the right place. But when we have a relationship with divine, what really happens is you're always in the right place at the right time. So there's a contradiction between the spirit and your ego. You see? And when this relationship with the spirit is weakened, what happens is we immediately go towards the ego because we are feeling some sort of lack right now in this moment, and that lack indicates or motivates or activates the fear inside, fear of not being enough right now, or not doing enough right now, or not having enough right now, depending on how you feel, depending on a certain situation, or it could be all together. But when we are not tuned into ourselves, we may not catch these things as readily. And so it worsens these feelings, and then it could lead to a lot of overthinking, meaning think way too much, meaning it's imbalance. Unnecessarily, we go into our head and start to have different scenarios, trying to push a certain plan, trying to make something happen, which is all 3D operational system. In 5D, we are not trying to make things happen. What happens is when we are aligned, we stay aligned, we stay in vibration in that alignment, and we are guided intuitively. And when we take the messages in, because we are tuned into our intuition, to the divine, we simply flow according to that. And as a result of that alignment, things start to show up in our reality. That's how things are going to be different. But we are in this transition right now from moving from this to this. So if you are in that place right now where you are feeling frustrated, or you are constantly thinking or worrying about what to do next, first thing that I would remind you is that when we have the relationship with the divine, you don't need to know how. You don't need to know what when it's not the right timing. So what that means is you need to simply have more light and balance. And in order to have more light, we need to simply be in balance. Meaning align, go into our center within, and that's how you can have clarity. Because if you are constantly thinking and fearing, worrying, what happens is all these lower vibrations are in opposition of light. Meaning basically it's a resistance to the flow. That's how you refer to that as. The fear is a resistance to the flow. But when we are in that place of love, meaning it's the idea of love here is different from the idea of love that we have perhaps like emotions, feelings related to people, attachments, and romantic ideas. Actually, love simply means you are remembering who you are. That is the spirit that is unconditional. And we come to this place of our own inner center, in our inner sanctuary, when we are in balance and realize we are now here in the present moment. And then you may go to the past or the future in the linear timeline of the 3D reality, and then you integrate. You see the circle here? You see the circle in heart shape? That's what love means. So that integration, the alignment, and you start to feel love, meaning this feeling of peace, serenity, and excitement that's different from restlessness or being super hyped and then dropping. It's very subtle. You're motivated, inspired, in a peaceful, serene state, and everything feels harmonious in that moment. And you're not too much in your mind, or you're not too much in your emotions. It's an aligned state. So, and we can all go into that state whenever we need to, because you don't have to feel guilty for not being there all the time, because that is part of the human experience right now, especially now when it's very turbulent energetically and we are having to work with a lot of karma. So that's why it is important for you to stay extra gentle with yourself, meaning not push yourself too hard, meaning not push yourself to do something that is not in alignment with who you are. You see? And to know what is aligned with you, you need to invest time, energy, and effort to get to know yourself. And to get to know yourself, you need to give yourself the chances to experience and explore different things that your heart is calling you to do or being pulled towards. So you may want to try something different, or you may want to explore doing this next time. And that's how we navigate through what I like, what I don't like, what I need, what I don't need, and what I envision, what I do not envision, that is aligned with my soul blueprint. So it could be different from what the society says that it's best for everyone. You see, that's where we are moving into, the age of sovereignty. And with that, you can go in to yourself, to your center, whenever you need to. And every time we are aligned, what happens is we raise our vibration, because you're not too much in one area. You're balanced, simply. And so whenever you are in this state, you hold more light in your energy body. And what happens? That's a moment of enlightenment. So you can see enlightenment as just a moment-to-moment experience that you can create for yourself, not just some sort of guru. After years of practicing this and that, you can call it enlightenment. Enlightenment, simply, you can see that as you remembering that you are the light. And as that remembrance activates in your heart center, you are going into your spirit self, aligning this physical reality with that. And when we are in that alignment, we call that being centered. And when that happens, your light expands. That's how powerful you are to shift your vibration from this to this one moment. And so that's what I am trying to share with you, so that you have this knowledge. You can try to embody this now, from now on, and start to have this tool to work on it. So how can we have more light? That's why I'm supporting all these Reiki clearing, light language transmission, and all of these things, in order to provide extra support for anyone, because that's my soul gift. That's what I'm here to do, especially at this particular time now with the ascension. And so today I'm going to do some guided meditation where you can also practice whenever you need to, as a tool that you can utilize, okay, to get into your center, to clean up your energy field and raise your vibration, so that you have more light within you that will lead you to a moment of enlightenment, meaning you will have that moment of clarity when you're in that state of being, pausing, because we are not trying to do something, meaning trying to create, meaning push forward, which is also necessary when we want to manifest something. But we need to have that in balance with, first, aligned with our spirit. And with that clarity that is coming from the alignment or the moment of alignment, we are aligning with our soul blueprint. And the idea of clarity could come in many different forms, like a sudden epiphany, an aha moment, or a sudden ideas you may have, or inspiration that you may get, that you want to take action towards. So because you're tuned in, you're going to catch these. You're not going to ignore them or talk yourself out of it. You will simply start to observe, notice, catch, take action towards. So in that sense, you want to simplify your steps that way. And in between these steps, you don't need to overthink too much. And you always know that you're in the right place at the right time. So you don't need to unnecessarily go into that state of overthinking, worrying, trying to push too hard, to push to make something happen, which is not aligned with your soul blueprints, but maybe aligned with your ego. And so we don't lose your precious energy that way. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you to some sort of visualization, and we're going to invite in Archangel Gabriel and bring in Fire Dragon and the Unicorn to clear up your energetic field for some clarity right now. And you don't have to resonate with archangels, dragons, unicorns. They are real beings that are in other dimensions that are here to support us. And this is only for those who will resonate with this, even though you may not heard of them or been working with them. If you're drawn to it, if you have no resistance to that or judgment towards that, it is meant for you. And if you're not, perhaps it's not for you. So I want you to take what resonates as always and leave what doesn't with love for other people who may need this at this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to breathe in deep, in and out. So we are going to breathe in deep through the nose, and then you're going to bring all the air into your gut, at the bottom of your gut, and then exhale through the mouth. And as you do so, we are going to visualize, meaning you are inviting in that energy. You are going to breathe in love and exhale all that doesn't serve you, whatever that you are majorly feeling right now, such as feelings of regret, sadness, frustration, conflicts, fears, self-doubt, self-pressure, overwhelm, stress, whatever that is. You're gonna breathe in love, exhale all that doesn't serve you, and then you're gonna breathe in light and exhale all that doesn't serve you, that comes to you, that is relevant for you at this time. Okay, so you can close your eyes and take a deep breath in through the nose, release slowly through the mouth. So when we do that, what happens is you can continue on doing as I explain. You are aligning your energy. You are gathering, or you could see it as calling back all your energies, meaning all your attentions and focus you are giving to the externals, like certain people or situations, the ideas of future, the ideas of past, ideas of who you are, ideas of where you are, all these thoughts of distractions that are dispersed in all different directions. Now you are calling them back one by one, pulling them back to your center. And we call this usually right now as calling your power back, basically. And worries and fears, they usually come from our need to please certain people, please societal norms, right? Certain ideas that you may have. So you're calling your power back now by pulling your attention from all these external things to the center of yourself, that is you. Okay? As you do so, you are starting to remember by calling in love, calling in light. And as you do so in that moment, you are aligned with your spirit. And your spirit is love and light. You see how that works? So you are now aligned in your center here. And you could still continue to repeat in and out, breathe in love and light, release everything that's not serving you. And then we are going to bring in fire dragon. So what you can do is you can visualize this dragon. It could be however it looks like in your mind's eye. There's no right or wrong answers here. So you're gonna call in fire dragon, and you will visualize, see this lion coming, flying towards you right now. And that as it comes, you're gonna welcome the dragon, and that dragon will start to blow out red fire energy your entire auric field, like. And then as you visualize that red fire from the fire dragon, as you see like in movies or animes, you can use that visualization to help you guide as well. What happens is it's going to burn away all the lower frequencies that are attached to your auric field right now. That little flame, the fire, burning away all those energies, lower vibrational energies that are attached to your entire physical body outside, around you, surrounding your auric field. And as you do so, you may feel some sort of sensation where you are feeling a little bit lighter all of a sudden. It's burning away all those lower vibrations. And then you can tell the fire dragon to burn away all those lower vibrations that are attached to your room, your place, your house, or the place that you're in right now. And the dragons are firing, burning away all those things around. You can visualize them going around your house, walls, doors, bathroom, bedroom, kitchen, everywhere, every corner. And also what you can do is you can order the fire dragon to blow out all the negative or lower vibrational energies that are attached in your phone through social media, all these electronic channels, and through TVs and all the electronic devices, because they're all portals and channels that all these lower vibrational entities can utilize to get to you. And we are going to clean up, fire, burn away all those lower vibrations. You can visualize, continue to visualize all of that. Okay? And as you do so, we are going to call in Archangel Michael. So when you say, Archangel Michael, please come in, Archangel Michael is present with you immediately. Whether you feel the energy, whether you see the energy, it doesn't matter. If you resonate, you believe it is there, it is done as it's so. Okay, so Archangel Michael is putting a big bubble around you now after the clearing. It's a big blue, dark blue bubble around you. And then inside, once again, the fire dragon is burning away any residue of lower vibrational energies in that bubble. And in the middle of it, you are in that bubble, burning away, burning away. And around it is a circle in big blue light. And then we're gonna call in unicorn. So I have a personal unicorn named Keisha, and I've been working with her since 2019 when I just woke up in 2018, and then I was going through a lot of things. And so you can also connect with your personal unicorn, because everyone is connected to a personal unicorn, and that energy is going to be available in the fifth dimensional earth. So that's something different that I'm going to perhaps make a separate video in the future. But right now we're just going to call in the unicorn, and what you can do is you can envision with your eyes closed this beautiful unicorn flying towards you, coming in. And if you're a clairsentient, you may feel the energy vibration that is childlike, that is pure, that is so light and loving. And whenever I call in Keisha, my personal unicorn, I already feel it in my heart center. It's like having a personal pet for me. Like the moment I call in, I'm feeling snuggled, soft, and I'm giggling like a little child, and my energy is shifting instantly. So that could be something that you may be experiencing, but it could be different for everyone. So you don't necessarily have to experience exact thing like that. And you may not feel anything if you're not used to it, and that is perfectly fine. You never want to force yourself to feel or judge yourself in that moment of, how come I'm not feeling this? I want to feel this. What am I doing something wrong? You don't want to get into that judgment energy, which is lower vibration. Simply just stay simple, okay? You're going to bring in the unicorn energy, and then they're going to shower you with this beautiful, pure, white, soft, gentle light around your body. Purifying your energy field, the second layer after the fire dragon. And then you can visualize their horn, unicorn horn, pouring down this beautiful, pure, white, soft, gentle light through your crown chakra. It's going in, and it is touching now your third eye, cleansing your third eye right now. And you can visualize your third eye as this beautiful crystal ball. And if you see that ball is not crystal clear, now you want to ask the unicorn to purify that crystal ball. And you can visualize that ball that was a bit, I would say, not clear, now being like a crystal ball, very clear, burning away, purifying all these energies that were blocking you from seeing or having clarity and seeing through the illusions. Okay, and then you could call that light and surround your brain, burning away any of the energies that are attached inside your brain, neurons, the pathways, and allowing your brain to rest. And then we are going to bring that energy down to our throat chakra, where you are going to visualize your throat chakra being cleansed, purified with this beautiful, gentle white light. And then we are going to bring that down to our heart center here, and expanding through our chest, through the shoulder, and you're going to feel the relaxation, tension leaving in your shoulder, and all the way down to the arms and both of your hands, and going down to the back, And going down to your solar plexus, touching your solar plexus, purifying the energy field. And then going down to your sacral, purifying the energy field around that. Going down to your roots, purifying that place. And all the way down to both of your legs, to the bottom of your feet, purifying all inside your body. So you can visualize inside your body now filled with this beautiful, pure, gentle white light that makes you feel relaxed, harmonious, peaceful, joyful, pleasant, sweet. Okay? And as you do so, now we are going to call in Archangel Gabriel. So we are going to call in Archangel Gabriel, and the Gabriel is here. And then you're going to visualize this beautiful, pure, white, bright, shining light that is filled with sparkling light from the palm of Archangel Gabriel's hand, or however you imagine it to be, pouring down through the top of your head, which is your crown chakra. You're receiving this beautiful white, silver, or beautiful white, clear, pure light that is sparkling. And doing the same thing, touching your third eye, clearing that crystal ball, going into your brain, clearing up any of lower vibrational energies that are attached to your brain, going down and feeling up your entire face, your hair. You're lightening up. And then going down to touch your throat chakra to clear that space, and going down to the center of heart, expanding to the chest, going down to your arms, to the back, and then solar plexus, and then sacral, and then roots, going down all the way to both of your legs, to the bottom of your feet. And now you're going to visualize yourself inside your body being filled with this beautiful, sparkling, white, clear light inside, feeling your cell, your DNA, your bloodstream, your organs, your eyes, your hair, your skin, everywhere. You can visualize. And then we're going to breathe in deep, in and out. And as we do so, we are going to bring in all this energy of Gabriel that is pure, beautiful, sparkling white light. And as you breathe out, what you're going to do is you're going to visualize this light seeping through your skin, your hair, expanding, and you are enlightening, you are brightening up. That's how you can visualize yourself with this, all this light now filled inside, coming out through your skin, breathing out, feeling that space around you inside that bubble that we created with Archangel Michael. And you can stay there. You can repeat as many times as you want. And it's best if you stay sitting with your spine upward like this, because it's usually coming directly like this way. But you can also lie down and, to relax your body, or if you have some sort of problem with your back where you're sick right now, you can't stand up straight, you can do that. But you want to call in extra protection because when we are lying down, all different energies from other lower vibrational entities can come in and disturb. So make sure you're creating this bubble and extra clearing with fire dragons. Okay, so you could start to practice this or experiment with this if you resonate as a tool. And in that moment, when you open your eyes, you may have some sort of 20/20 vision, or the clearer head, or enlightening, or feeling a bit lighter, if it has worked for you. And if you're not feeling anything, that is okay. You may just be in a place where you're just starting to practice this. And I just want you to focus on where you are and what you can do that is good enough right now. You don't need to compare yourself with where I am or how I'm describing things. And that could be, I would say, a North Star that you want to move into eventually, but you don't want to go down into the path of comparison and then feeling like you are not doing something right, or this does not work for you, or I don't like this, or frustration. Because whenever we go into the comparison, what it simply indicates is that I'm not honoring myself. You see? So you want to stay in honor of yourself, of who you are. And that is very, very important, especially when you are in the ascension journey. Because we are going to go through many different layers of fears and all this karmic, I would say, release. At the same time, we want to also educate ourselves so that we have as many tools in order to, I would say, self-empower yourself and create protection. And when I first woke up, I had no knowledge of this, of course, but my spirit team was working with me, and I had to practice and hone in the skill for many years. So everyone is a beginner at one point, so I don't want you to be too harsh on yourself if you're not in that place right now. Okay, so this is something that you can use and fill up your body. And the last thing that I want you to remind yourself of doing is you don't want to seek the answer. Because the moment we seek the answer, we are pushing. And that gets us out of alignment. And with that, what happens is it activates the mind of wanting to know, which immediately activates the ego. The ego is always in lack and fear, so it gets frustrated very easily and dissatisfied with this moment right now. So it is constantly going to search for something in this moment. And when you do that, it is taking away your attention to what is not here right now. And so your power, you're giving your power away. That is what it simply means to these thoughts and these things. Or you could be watching certain things and you want to be conscious of that because it could use your curiosity to take away your attention from you being in centered. Okay, and so whenever you feel like you're off center or you are having too many negative thoughts, you're worried, stressed, in anxiety, this can really help you, and this really helped me as well. And so I hope this one helps you. And with your soul blueprint, as you are just tuning in and doing what is aligned with this moment, that is joyful, inspirational, that is from a place of peace and calmness, you start taking the action. And one by one, it's like a little breadcrumb. You follow that, and it's, when you look back in hindsight, that's a whole path that you have already created, and that's how it's going to work. It's not some sort of ultimate answer that's going to solve everything that we were taught in our ego conditioning. And so this is a very different way of living and different perspective that we need to incorporate and integrate with this journey right now. So lastly, thank you for tuning in and connecting with my energy. And if you are in support of any 101 guidance with some psychic reading that I can tap into your karmic imprint or your soul blueprint, using these special gifts that I have, that is unique to me at this time, I could perhaps help you if you are resonating, okay? If you are resonating only. And I am also providing at this time with some psychic messages. That's going to be a recorded video of 10 minutes where I give you some quick psychic messages by tapping onto an issue that you are having at this moment and coming up with certain clearing using either Reiki, light code transmission, light language transmission, activation, or this guided meditation. However it comes, it's going to be based on what I tap into psychically to your energy, because that is the gift that I'm working with right now to help people with ascension at this time. So you can ask me any questions on my email. That's all in all the descriptions and all of that. So I'm sharing this information to let you know that the support is here if you need it, for those who resonate, of course. Okay, so I want you to know that you are never alone and that you are in the right place at the right time. Let's not get distracted by the 3D reality of what is being seen right now. We want to also realize that there's a lot of things that are unseen that is real that is taking place. So have faith and trust. And I'll leave you with that for today, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye.